If you're like me, when I first started reading the Bible, one of the things that you may have found frustrating was how often Jesus would answer a question in a way that was not expected, much more complex than the question was, or wasn't even a response at all, at least on the surface. That happens in chapter 12 of John, which we've been studying in Sunday school for the last few weeks. This group of Greeks who had heard him preach, they came to Philip, probably because Philip spoke Greek, and they said, "We would like to meet Jesus. We'd like to learn more." And Philip goes to Andrew, who's in that little circle, inner circle of the 12, and they together go to Jesus and say, "These Greeks would like to meet you." And Jesus' response was not a response. You would expect the answer to be, "Okay, that's fine, bring them over," or "Sorry, we got to run. The Pharisees are trying to kill me." But instead, his response was about wheat, and that's odd. It seems like they say, "These Greeks over here want to meet you," and he says, "Truly, truly, I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls to the earth and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. Whoever loves his life loses it, and whoever hates his life in this world will keep it for eternal life. If anyone serves me, he must follow me, and where I am, there will my servant be also. If anyone serves me, the Father will honor him." Now that doesn't seem to be a response to, "Hey, can these people meet you?" But it is. It's perfect. It's exactly what Jesus should have said, because what he was saying wasn't, "Yeah, sure, you can meet me." He was saying, "Okay, you can meet me, but are you sure you want to meet me? Because if you want to learn more about me, you got to be okay with what I teach you. And you got to be okay with what's going to happen in your life once you follow me." He's saying, "I'm that grain of wheat, and I'm going to fall to the earth and die, and I'm going to multiply. I'm going to grow this gigantic church of believers. Do you want to be a piece of wheat? Do you want to be the kind of wheat that just stays, this one little piece of wheat? Or do you want to be the piece of wheat that falls to the ground and dies and multiplies?" Because if you want to be the first one, go about your way. But if you are okay with being the second one, then sure, follow me. Because as a Christian, we may or may not be called to die physically for our faith, but we're definitely called to die to the things in our lives that are putting a block between us and Jesus, and that are putting a block between us and sharing our faith and sharing our love that we've gotten from Christ with the people around us, because that's not optional as a Christian. You have to fall to the ground and die. Die spiritually, for sure. Die physically? Probably not, but maybe. Are you ready to be that piece of wheat that falls to the ground, or would you rather stay the way you are? The answer to that question is simple, but it's definitely not easy. Godspeed.